Hey, what's going on, everyone? Cole GZ, new release preview for Friday, January 30th, 4 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Hawaii time. Don't know if you heard, but we had quite the storm between, I don't know, it was between Texas, Oklahoma, and going on all the way to the East Coast. So we thankfully been keeping up with orders and things like that. There are some that are a day or two behind schedule, but we're ongoing. And also want to take notice of kind of related, but our new D flaps are finally going to be here today. It's been a delayed because of the weather situations, but I do have a sample here. This is a baby D flap, but this is from Marlin Mud Flaps. Our new D flaps are going to come, are manufactured by Marlin Mud Flaps now. So we collaborated with them. And if you have back order items with us on the D flaps, they will be shipping out. We're hoping all of them will be shipped out by Friday, end of day Friday. So, but we're really excited to work with them. We like their materials a little bit more. It's a little bit more higher quality than the one that we were using before. So ours were nylon reinforcement, which is great for durability, but it tends to, especially over like a year's use or so, they tend to shred a little bit. The nylon comes out and it just looks kind of janky. So we're working with Marlin Mud Flaps now, and they're manufacturing all of our rubber flaps. So, and that includes like our Kona strong flaps that we use for dredges and all that kind of stuff too. And yeah, so that's it for that. I think that's really all. We're gonna have a new Elite video posting this week as well. It's an interview with Sean Rotella, and we just go over fishing stuff, just general tactics, tips, and all that kind of stuff. Chris was in Samoa when Sean Rotella was there. Sean Rotella is a lure maker of Elite Ikai lures. And so we just talk about a lot of stuff, or Chris and Sean talks about a lot of different things. So check that out. If you're an Elite member, that will be up this week. And we'll be posting a bunch of shorts. The shorts that Chris has been putting out on Instagram and collaborating with on the GZ side. Those are going to be posted on YouTube as well. So we're going to have a database, and we're going to try and link up a bunch of that stuff where he talks about, let's say, the Ruckus. We'll link it up with the Ruckus page, and you can see a lot more information on our social media account there, or on our website. So, all right, this week we have Moyes lures. This should be, I think this might be it. We might have a couple more stragglers for the following week, but we have a bunch of Moyes lures that we're pushing out this week in various shapes. Most of these are the small sizes, except for the Sumo teasers you saw there in the corner. And then we have Marlin Magics, the Ruckus series. I'll just say a lot of them. Small, baby, and large. And then we have some little Hibbies as well. And then we have Tsutomu lures, another batch of Tsutomus, some Aloha Deep 6, the 9-inch version, and then the Moyes snipers as well. So I guess to get started, we'll just start going over from the corner here. This is the Moyes Sumo teasers. Last week we did the other sizes of Sumo. I think it was large and XL, and now we have teasers. These are all Dichro glass. We skirted them up in Gay Bob, your Kona Classic, and Guacamaya. So new Dichro stuff with, this is the same colors we've released before, but we had a bunch of skirted options this time. And then here we have the small Boogeyman. I believe this one's been out of stock, so we have a lot of different options there for colors. The small Boogeyman, and then just below that, the small J-Boy. And again, same thing, just a lot of different variety of colors. I see a lot of black back, of course, but we try to mix up the color patterns and such to for different regions and all that. So the small Boogeyman, again, is a brand new lure from last year, and the small J-Boy's been around for a while. It's been renovated a little bit, so some of his small size lures that has been relaunched, they're a little bit different shaped. The small J-Boy might be like slightly smaller than the original. And then here we have the small Argus. This is another one that was basically relaunched last year. This is the 9-inch. All the smalls are the 9-inch sizes. And then we have small plungers. These are pretty much the same as before, but small plungers, the 9-inch version of the plunger. And again, you see a variety of stuff available there. We'll just skip over the sniper since it's in the corner, but we'll go with the Ruckus series now. So here's the regular 12-inch Ruckus. We have been wiped out of these for the most part. We have a bunch more that will be coming fairly soon. But here's a pretty nice restock with some really cool colors for us, some different stuff. So we have a lot of black and orange. Some people just call it Halloween. And then this color right here, we're just doing like a yellowfin pattern. So this pattern, I think the only time I remember us using that skirt pattern was when we released some LS flyers that matched really well with some of the flyer heads, and people really liked that pattern, so we replicated that because it matched really well with that head color. Of course, you can customize any of the heads as well. I see a mahi one, some blue and pink, black and pink, a lot of different variety, but the Halloween is sort of a new theme for this week. And then right above that, we have Halloween or black and orange large Ruckuses. So those are available as well. And then similarly, here's the baby Ruckus. We have a large batch coming as well of these, but we do have some Halloween style, and then the mahi color right there, baby Ruckus. And then just below that, we did some more of that yellowfin pattern in the jetted baby Ruckus. So these are all jetted versions that you see right there. Black and gold and blue and gold shell. All right. And then below that, we have little Hibbies. We have not had a lot of different colors in the little Hibby, so I'm excited about these. We have the Halloween. We have some kind of Kona classic colors, and blue and white shell, blue gold shell. Yeah, so a bunch of variety, but that's Lil Hibby. It's been one of our good sellers since that came out a few years ago. And then a small batch of small Ruckus as well. So that's the 9-inch size of the Ruckus, a step down from the baby Ruckus. Okay. Tsutomu lures. We have restock of the 6-inch poke. That's the poke bullets and the inverts. So similar color patterns to what we released last week in the Elite series. So it's like a kind of a blue mackerel or a palu, and then blue mahi as well. And then we have the Kona dragons. So these are all non-jetted Kona dragons, but the colors they're beautiful. Kind of a skipjack pattern at the top, like a green mackerel sort of pattern, and then mahi below that. They came out really great. Yeah, so they're heavy weighted bullets, kind of a 12-inch size a little bit, and it's called a Kona dragon. Just above that, Aloha 9-inch deep 6. These are all mirrored. Most of what we had is dichro, so we skirted some of these up. And then finally, we have the large sniper from Moyes Lures restocked. And again, did some different patterns there. Like here's that skipjack pattern that we do black, purple, white. And then we have some Kona Classic stuff, and then pinky. And yeah, so that is it for this week. And I believe we have more Marlin Magic coming next week and some other stuff, of course. And we're adding some new items. You probably started, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, because if you're still here, but hopefully you appreciate this, but we started focusing a little bit more on center consoles and dead bait fishing and just different styles of fishing that a lot of you guys on the Gulf Coast, East Coast and such, especially the Gulf Coast, focus on. So one of our team members, Kyle Wright, he is actually first mate on Chris's boat in Kona. And so his background is center console fishing, dredge fishing, all kinds of stuff. And so that is not really something, while we have knowledge and all that, we aren't, that's not something that we call ourselves experts when it comes to fishing, for particularly in those environments, with that style of boat, like I said, center consoles. And so Kyle, that's his whole background. And so we're using him and kind of employing him and to help us build that part of our, I guess, part of our company. And so you're going to see a lot more content coming out pretty soon where he's going to get into a lot of different styles different things that they do there that are more specific to center consoles. And we're really excited about that because we focus a lot more on the big sport fisherman boats, of course. That's Chris's background. So I think this is going to be a really cool addition for our company. And so on top of that, we're bringing in some new products, some different swivels that we didn't carry before, a whole bunch of different items, dredge booms, all kinds of stuff that are going to be more tailored to if that's your kind of more of that style of fishing that you do, there's more tailored to you guys. So just stay tuned for all that. It's going to be coming out fairly soon. We're shooting content actually right now. Kyle is in Florida. And so, yeah, I'm excited about it though. And it's just another new little venture that we're doing. So, and if you ever have questions or you've been seeing that content, please ask questions. Let us know what you have questions on and we will get that handled. But that's all I got this week. Appreciate y'all and have a good rest of your week.